Coming up this week on the Afro Journal.
Like subscribe. Sometimes flogging does not even work on everyone.
That's facts.
Yeah. But I shadow it work for some people. It worked for me, for sure. But flogging.
You need extra. You need extra. You know what you
I needed extra. I needed it multiple times, over 10 times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like that extra chicken.
Just imagine
some people just need to see the king and they're fine.
Some people wonder why I have a big ass. It's because of the floggings like that.
I'm so dead.
But we always made fun of Americans too. That we're always like, Americans are so spoiled because they don't get flogged.
We've talked about. Let me speak. How does that feel?
Jesus is Lord.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, uncles, aunties, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Afro Journal podcast. We're glad to be back.
Yes, sir.
Good to be back. Last episode was a bit chaotic. There was a lot of scams going on with all these general knowledge tests. But it is what it is. We moved. Some people took L's, some people took W's, but we moved. I think that test was very flawed.
I mean, I just want to tell people, go check out our episode again. Don't be surprised.
Oh man, definitely don't be surprised. But yeah, we're back again, guys. It's your, who am I this week? I'll just go with the basic. It's your refreshing vibes. You're calm in the storm. Your authentic boy, Chisom, Ejikeme, Jeremiah, Okafor.
And it is your thought I was a catfish, but I'm not a catfish.
What?
Is it
because you lost the beer today? What's
Huh?
Is it because you lost the beer today?
Yeah, I mean the beard I was getting tired of the beard, so I had to shave
Wait,
it
did
off.
you have a beard last episode?
Paula?
No, I'm so serious. Did you?
Yes.
What?
I had a beard. I had a full on beard last episode.
That's crazy.
Okay. You see in the next episode, I'll have another beard.
Probably.
Probably.
Oh gosh.
And this year, Melanin Queen, your chocolate glazed donuts, Bole Akume.
Applause.
Applaudissez. Remember when we used to do those sound effects?
Pew pew.
Pew.
Bumbo clock.
Okay. Another banger, yeah.
Oh, that's
I
it.
look
Bring
you
back
miss
another banger. Another banger was classic.
Oh man, but yeah, guys, thank you for joining us this week. This week we're going to be talking about a special topic. I think it's going to be very entertaining. But before we get into that, we'll have our Melanin Queen explain last week's proverb for us.
So last week's proverb was a restless feet. First of all, that's terrible English, but a restless feet may walk into a snake pit. And long story short, it's basically saying, an idle man is the devil's workshop. So if someone is, taking all their time doing something that they don't know anything about or that they're not involved in, it's going to be fairly easy for them to get in trouble, into the mess and chaos. So, stick to what you know. And if you don't know, learn.
Learn. Bars. Wisdom from the motherland. But yeah, guys, apply that wisdom.
That is some bullshit.
What?
I said that is some bullshit.
Explain.
Because I feel this is kind of like an elderly saying of like, stick with what you know. You don't know anything. You know what I mean? I know past you. Fuck them, bro. Do what you want to do. Be ambitious. Simple and short.
I mean, it's not about restless. Like if you're restless, then like that's definitely not a good thing. So I don't think there's any negative connotation to this one, at least.
Is being urgent a bad thing?
Being urgent?
Yeah.
No, it's not a bad thing.
I mean, it's kind of similar to being restless. I mean, restless is basically meaning that you're kind of impatient. Or you can take that in different ways.
Now, restless just means there's no calm to you. There's no like real direction to you. You're just all over the place.
All over, scattered.
We can have the Google definition. I literally think it means rest.
You took Jerry, Abby.
Yeah.
Fine restless was.
I mean, restless is being impatient. That's
see.
literally what it means.
Restless definition. Unable to rest or relax as a result of anxiety or boredom.
Yeah.
Being idle.
Yeah.
That's not being impatient.
Synonymous with restive. Rest.
Restive, yes.
Type what restive is?
Unable to keep still or silent and becoming increasingly difficult to control. Boom. Especially because of impatience, dissatisfaction, or boredom.
Okay, so we're both right. That's what I wanted to
Take your L.
We're both right.
Take your L.
We're both right.
You're not right. It said
I was
because
just waiting for someone
impatience
to say
causes you to be
impatient.
restive.
I'm just waiting
Impatience-
for someone to say impatient.
Take your L.
Oh man, I like how we went to this rabbit hole before we start the episode. But anyhow, the main reason we're here today is not to argue about restlessness, but it's to talk about whether we're going to flog our kids, aka
How
Just
you
break
how
down
you
how
going to
we-
how you going to train your kids?
exactly how you're going to raise your kids, how you're going to train your kids, our experiences with how we were raised, and then how we're trying to, how we can connect it to the Western world as well, and see what we can take away from it. Like have that discussion. But yeah, Bole, I'd like to start with you. Like growing up, was your buttocks? Did you get some stripes on your yash?
My hands did.
Your hands did.
Yeah.
Wow.
My family
By
didn't
who?
touch my body other than my hands. Actually, my mom used to wash me some nice slaps.
Like on
Oh.
across the face.
Across.
Damn,
man.
damn, that's savage.
Wow.
I don't know
I
where
mean-
to.
I mean, it's kind of the mom's this thing. I
To
mean,
be slapping.
Yeah, to be slapping. To be honest with you.
I don't know why. I just feel like the face is very precious.
It really is. My shit
I
used to be
like-
swollen.
It's like anyone touches my face. I mean, because my parents never really touched my face. So when I was in school,
Wow.
when teacher tried to touch my face, I was just like, if you ever try to touch my face,
And I said, Just
like,
if
I'll
I
cast it to my parents.
if I was a teacher, Chis would be my best student because I'll slap the shit out of him.
I mean, you slap the shit out of me and you end up in prison. I mean,
And how will I end up in Nigeria? For what?
Which one's in Nigeria? My parents will you don't know who my father is.
Bro, you
Otherwise
don't know who I am.
Who's he? Yeah, a fucking teacher.
Exactly.
Like, I know exactly who you
Come-
are.
Your parents. Who,
I know
who,
what
ha-
you
who
fucking
has
do.
more to lose? Me or your parents?
By
You.
slapping me?
Yes.
You.
No. Your parents have more to lose.
How?
They don't want to go gra with the teacher.
Why?
Why would they go gra with the teacher?
What the fuck would they lose by going ground with the teacher? I won't get expelled.
Uh
Teacher is not going to call police because they cannot afford that shit. They don't have access to proper lawyers and all that.
huh.
So and they are also in the wrong. So what exactly are they going
How
to
am I in
lose?
the wrong for
slapping my face?
For discipline you? Yes.
For slapping my face?
Yes. You didn't be slapped across the face, fam.
Honestly, that's the age of argument. Because the thing is that like when they say a village raises a child,
Yeah.
we say that in a very cute way. Like it takes a village to raise a child. But when that child is being flogged by the whole village,
That was back in the day, though.
exactly. That was back in the day. So, I mean, it depends on the culture. Like obviously in Nigeria, it's okay for teachers to discipline. I don't know if it's still the case now.
Nah, no.
But
It's
it's
not
growing
the
up, it
case
was
at
okay
all.
for.
Oh, you guys don't hit anymore?
No.
Really?
Like when
I
I
don't
was
know.
when I was leaving, it was banned. Like no.
Bro,
teacher
you
was allowed
went to
touch.
Lekki British. You went to a tush school, man. You
Nah,
went to a
like-
very
like-
tush school.
Lekki
Your
British-
school is literally called Lekki
Wo-
British.
No, literally when I went to Lekki British, that's when like I think the year that I graduated was the last school year. Any year after that was trash. Like that school
Yeah.
went to shit after that, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Shout out to actually I don't want to say her name, but shout out to the owner for just like some crazy shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's a madness. But anyhow, so, but what I'm saying is this, right? Back to the actual conversation with the whole thing, right? If a teacher slapped me back in my day, like attempted to slap me, bro, I would just literally warn them sternly, like, yo, don't touch my face. My parents literally don't even touch my face. So
Nah,
you're not
nigga,
allowed to touch my face.
I don't know.
And then obviously they'll now flog me and all that extra stuff.
Honestly,
Get my
thank
ash
God.
on my hand.
Thank God that like I don't have like any emotional thing to like help humans like physically. You know what
What
I
do you
mean?
mean?
Like have like any interaction.
Like
to,
tendencies?
like tendency of like education or like being a nurse or anything like that. I'll be slapping some human beings, man.
Oh my God.
I'll just be like, what? You know what I mean? What?
You know, the thing is that with that being said, Peter, all your 5 children are perfect.
Just on those where I play football. That's actually where I play football.
This guy is so rough and he's so like he's so like conniving. Like he's such a very
I'm an
He's
instigator.
evil. He's evil. Let me put it like that. Like he's evil. Literally, like just I've dribbled you. Let me go and score my goal. He'll say no. I'll bring you down.
I'll hack your leg.
You have to fall down. I have to tackle this nigga. I'm like, bro, like I've read, like, what are you going to gain from this? Like, what's the gain?
Satisfaction.
Oh my god.
The thing is, the thing about that is that I just like the energy that comes from. I'm like a Sherry Ramos. I just like the energy. It feeds me.
You know,
You know, I like
what?
the animosity.
I look
Gets
at
me
me pray
hyped.
that at least one or two of your children are like you, so that they will just enjoy rally you up. Because Peter gets really riled up. You know? You're just like, what? And then they'll just enjoy. They'll just be smiling like, yes, we're messing with this guy. You know?
Oh my god!
That's if Peter like try to unleash the anger on them, flog.
No.
Are you gonna flog your kids?
No, I'm not going to flog my kids. I think I'm going to discipline my kids, but I don't think I'm going to flog.
Yeah,
Flogging
I'm
is a whole
not.
different-
Yeah.
What?
What
Okay,
different-
okay.
'Cause
So
I
Peter,
experienced-
let's unpack your experience.
Okay,
Your
I
dad.
think I have the highest quality of experience in terms of discipline because I think I was
Because
I
you
needed
did,
the
you did
discipline.
a lot of work. Yeah.
I did a lot of work.
I had to do some work on you, you know.
I mean, literally, like since primary 4, I've been flogged, and like this is not like small flogging. Like this is like lay down bare naked. Let's get some whips and like slash your ass open. Like I'll have
Yeah,
like
yeah,
marks,
so Peter,
tribal
you're-
marks on my ass,
You're pure naked. Like
pure ass butt naked. I
like,
used to
dick
sometimes
out
try,
everything. I shout.
dig out, yash out, everything.
God
And
damn.
sometimes I used to try to cheat. So I'll go into the toilet before they flog me. You know, I'm like, let me go pee first because the toilet's go pee and like get yourself ready. So because I don't want you to
You
pee. on
guys
the
say
floor.
go and pee.
Don't get yourself
My
ready.
dad said, okay, I'm about to destroy you. You just gotta prepare.
Just gotta prepare. The psychological trauma, man. I'll try to be putting tissue in my ass. You know what I mean? In my boxers.
Oh, you're sure. Okay, you're
And I'll
pull my
pants.
Yeah, we used to
And
do
my
that.
dad
We
would be
used
like, open, like, pull down your pants.
Exposed.
You think this is my first rodeo? You think I wasn't a child before?
I've been flogging for how many years now?
No, he said that because he himself has experienced flogging. So he's gone through the whole process of trying to cheat this.
Of course.
So, I was like, you think I wasn't a child before? Come on.
God damn,
Yo,
man.
man.
Yo, that thing. Because I remember in school, we used to put books in our trousers. We used to put all
Paper,
sorts of things, man,
everything.
just to protect the yash. Oh, man. But thank God the school, I don't think they can ever ask you to take off your clothes. That's looking like borderline
No,
abuse.
they can't.
If you're in school, yeah. But at home, free for all.
Facts.
So continue. What were you saying?
Yeah, so like since primary 5, like I don't know how old I was in primary 5. Probably like
For like,
10,
probably like 8, 9.
8, 9. So like
Yeah.
vividly, I remember like because my grades were shit. So that's what I remember. I remember those distinctive times. I was like, damn man, my dad is about to flog me. And like my dad is like, he grew up in that system. Like his dad used to like carry cutlass and like chase them around. I was like, I'm going to cut like you know what I mean? Like that was my
Like,
grandfather.
he was chasing them with cutlass.
Yeah, my dad.
I mean, he never used it on them,
like,
but
he
he was
never
chasing
used
them
it,
with-
but he was like, about to like hack you. As you, like,
You know,
like-
because I can see some parents pushing some
Yo,
boundaries. You know, they
like-
might flog you with the side of the cutlass, not really the
Mhm.
sharp side.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
can low-key see some mad
I
parents
think it
doing
was the
things like
side.
that.
I think it was the side that they
You
used.
flog it with the side of the cutlass.
Yeah,
you're about to die.
Yeah, literally, I think it was the side. And my dad used to work on the farm, the family farm.
Yeah.
Right, my dad was actually a farm boy. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
mean, definitely. I mean, he's an Igbo man.
He's an Igbo man. So my dad was on the farm, and like one day, like him and his younger brother, think that my grandfather told them to go work on the farm, and they didn't do it because they were tired. It's like, oh, why is this man always sending us to do this thing? They were being stonehead. My grandfather came back, and he was like, I'm literally going to kill everyone in this house and kill myself too. And they were begging him. They was like, oh, stop! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because he's a hardworking man. And he was
Yeah.
like, how can I be working for you and like you're not out here, doing your own part?
Yeah, you're not
Like, what
carrying your weight.
what are you doing? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah,
So that's
but that guy is dramatic though.
Yo, I'm telling
he's
you, man.
dramatic.
I'm telling you, dramatic.
The guy was probably like having
dramatization.
fun in his head. He's like, these children are probably think
Yeah,
they're very scared right now.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's like some scare. Sometimes flogging does not even work on everyone.
That's
Because,
facts.
yeah. But I shadow it work for some people. It worked for me, Sha, for sure. Or flog
Nah,
it.
you need extra. You need extra. You know what you
I
get
needed
Chipotle?
extra. I needed it multiple times, over
Yeah.
like 10 times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like that extra chicken.
Just
Some
imagine
people,
getting.
some people just need to see the king and they're fine.
Some people wonder why I have a big ass. It's because of the floggings like that.
I'm so dead.
That's the thing, you know what I mean?
That's giving like 3 reasons why his nyash is big.
Right.
That's why he's running on side and playing football. Nah, he got blocked. Which kind of reason is that?
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, I literally like. There's something called I don't know how, like horse whip. It's called koboko in Nigeria, and I got flogged with that.
Oh, we'll add pictures. We'll add pictures.
Yeah, like a belt. I've been flogged by a belt, but doesn't
Belt.
matter. But I was kind of like a really stubborn kid.
Yeah.
Slippers, everything, hand,
You name it. Peter's
anything
like
I've
that.
received.
Been through it all, man.
I've been
Done
through it all.
Been there, done that.
Been through it all. And like sometimes, even when, like, when you're not like expected to get flogged or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just a normal day. I'll literally steal the kopoko and go through it in the trash. And once to pass, no one will find it, right?
Yeah.
So when it's time for flog, it's where's kopoko? They'll be looking for it. Go find it. I said, I don't know where it is. I said, I don't know where it is.
Wow.
Then I'll be like, okay. My dad will be like, okay. Bring the belt. And I can handle belt.
I got the
Can do belt. Komoko is like a whole different.
Koboko is different, bro.
Different.
Koboko is
Different.
different.
So I was
That,
like,
if
belt?
that it touches you, man.
Yeah. Well, obviously, my dad the next day will just go buy a Komoko.
A new one.
Yeah.
And the cycle repeats itself. You know what I mean? It's also a random day like this. It's always at the back of your head. You're like strategizing. It's a
Yeah.
war.
It's war, man. This is war.
psychology.
You know, it's like
This is
between
me
the
and my
parents
dad.
and the kids. You know what's funny? I did
Yeah.
the exact same thing, but I never threw it away. I don't know. I was so pussy to actually throw it away, but
Nah,
I'll hide
bro.
it. I'll
Never.
hide it. Like behind the boxes everywhere, just deep in the wardrobe. I'll hide it there. That way, like when they are looking for it,
You can't
"Boss,
find it.
okay, I can't find this kid.
No, but they will tell you to. My dad sometimes will tell
I
us
mean,
to go find it, and say that if he doesn't find it, that you guys will, like get double the lashings. I can chest double the lashes as long as it's not Koboko. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. So that was it. I mean, I did a lot of stupid stuff. That's why I got flogged.
yeah.
Sometimes
makes
I did poorly in school, and my dad told me in the beginning of the year, like, if you do poorly in school, I'm going to flog you. For, like every C you get,
Mhm.
it's like 5 lashes.
Yeah.
Every D, 10 lashes. E, 20 lashes. F,
Damn.
40 lashes. Like I've already got like 50 lashes in a row.
Damn, what were
50.
you doing in school?
50 lashes, man.
Bro,
Yeah.
50
50.
from your father.
For what? It's a cheap as well.
Savage.
We're about to go 5 rounds.
Yeah.
5 of
Your
10.
dad was like, yo, like, I'm ready for you today.
I'll
I'm ready
finish
for
you.
today, bro. You see
50.
50, bro.
I feel like if I'm done like 20, I'll be like, damn. Does he ever transfer the kid? It's like, wah, left hand.
You know what? Actually, that's a good question. I'll be screaming. I don't even notice. I'll be doing like the fish. I'm like, I'll be screaming on top of my lungs. I remember this is a cement house. We're on the second floor. No one is going to fucking hear me.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
No one. No one is going to
You
feel
can scream all you
My
want.
dad will
man,
lock
like,
the door. He'll tell all the girls, everyone in the house, just me and him. Mono
Mm.
in mono.
damn, UFC cage.
UFC cage, bro.
Damn.
And like, I was like, damn, man, this nigga is really going to finish me like this. And I was just looking at like, and when everyone leaves, it's just this is death row.
It's like you feel like you're about to see your savior.
Exactly.
It's
And like
time.
you just get yourself prepared. You have to be beaten. It's like when you're trying to see your final result if you passed or failed.
Mhm.
That's the anxiety you be getting.
Man.
Boom, 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 boom. Say, take off your trousers. Take off your trousers. Say, did I not tell you that this was going to be the result if this happens? Say, yes. Say, what's wrong with you? I'll say, I'm
That's the
sorry,
thing.
daddy.
That's the thing. They really create the scene too. I
I'll
feel
say-
like they're very dramatic.
They hype it
Yeah,
up.
literally,
They create the scene. They say
Literally.
they'll calm it down.
Mhm.
They'll start low. Then it will start raising up and raising up and raising
All
up.
right. He say, say, take off your boxers. I take off my boxers.
It sounds so wrong.
He say, hide your balls. I Say lay down. You know, say lay
Yep.
down. He said hide your balls. I want to have grandchildren. Hide your
I'm
balls.
crying.
You know, like I don't want you to be. You know, I don't want to
Impotent.
Yeah, impale you or something. Hide your balls. Now stuff it. That's please. It's all right. Lay down flat. Flat. Don't move an inch. If you move,
double.
extra lashes.
Mm.
Hey, when he says that,
That is honestly evil, man.
and you hear the, and you know the first thing you can chest.
Yeah, you
The
know you
first
start
thing
chesting. After a
you
while,
can
it's like,
chest.
bro.
After that, all hell breaks loose. Your mind goes this thing. You start screaming. You like, Daddy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I won't do it
I did-
again.
I won't do it again. Honestly, you know, I used to, I'm not going to lie, if my dad is listening to this episode, thank God I grew out of that stage. Because sometimes I used to think it was like one day, I'm just going to stand up and like fight this man.
Stop.
I was low-key thinking of, like one day,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I was like, inside my heart of heart, I was like, one day, I might just, like, all hell will just break loose. Like, I'm ready for all hell to break loose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
And
It's all ready for war, man. It's
I was,
like, you know,
I was just ready for what, you know, when puberty hits you,
yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And you're growing, and you now start thinking left and right. It's like I'm no longer a small boy. That's what you tell yourself as 15.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you at 15? You know? And I'm like,
Yep.
and there's no way I would have won. You would have beaten the shit out of me. Well, I think I would have given a good fight.
Yeah, I've
Right.
tried, obviously.
I'd have tried, but that's the end of it. Back to the village. Going to watch which school WPI? What?
Oh,
Now,
man.
fam, you're going to the cocoyams.
Yep.
You know what
Yeah,
I
if,
mean?
if you try
go
to
to
fight your
farms.
parents, you're done.
You're done.
You're done. That's
You're
like
done.
an atrocity, abomination.
Yeah, like that's like the highest of disrespect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I feel like
That's the
they swore
epitome
you
of
after that.
disrespect.
But thank God they never crossed that line. I was just chest the beating and leave the house.
I mean, chest is relative, man, but you shall go through it.
I got through it.
You got through
through
it
it.
somehow. Man, my own was not as traumatic as Peter's, honestly. But the thing is, wait, did your mom ever flog you, Peter?
Yeah, my mom flogged me, but my mom.
flogged you as well.
I had a little bit of ego with my mom because my mom, you know, she's a woman,
Yeah.
misogynist. I was a misogynist. I was like, what can this woman do? I open my hand. I'm like, okay,
She
flog me.
gives you
Twa, 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 twa. Whatever. You know, it was just I was like at a certain age I was just like, okay, I can chest this one.
Mm.
But it was honestly just foolishness.
Yeah.
You know, just immature foolishness. I was like, she's a woman, I'm stronger than her, I'm faster
Yeah.
than her. You know, all those stupid things
Yeah.
you tell yourself as a boy. You know what I mean? And
Oh, man.
it was just ego talking. But yeah, but my mom
Yep.
slapped me. My mom, I think me and my mom, what hits me more is like her disappointment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
what hits me more.
Yeah. Yeah.
With my dad, I'm so used to it. You know what I mean? The one that fears me is flogging. But my mom
Yeah.
is disappointed because my mom is always the one that was protecting me. My
Yeah,
dad,
from
you
your
know,
dad.
like,
Yeah.
like, you're like, you know, give him a second chance. He's still young. He's growing. 'Cause I would say I would have been in the military. You know, I went to the military. I would have been in the military since
Long before.
long before it wasn't for my mom. Like they are taking this guy to the
Yeah.
military. You know, I would have probably fighting Boko Haram or something like that. You know what I mean? So
And
yeah,
defend the nation.
yeah,
You
go
know what
defend
is
the
your
nation.
bread.
Yeah, exactly. But my mom was the one that gave me a second chance. Always fought
Yeah.
for me, you know, I believed in me. But
Mhm.
like when she's disappointed in me, I'm like, damn.
Oh, that thing
I
hit
sta-
different, man.
I
Yeah.
start crying.
Yeah, it is
start
different. It is
Uh,
different for sure.
but with my dad, it's just like, you know, I'm so numb to it.
Yeah.
At that age, I was so numb to it that I was like, okay, it's another day of day of work,
Another day of work.
another business. Let's call it a
It
day,
is what
okay?
it is.
You know, the usual lingo. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I'll do better.
Yeah.
I'll
Mhm.
try.
Yeah.
I'll improve. I
Mhm.
promise you. Move on.
Just
You
see what you have
repeat.
to say.
I
Repeat.
repeat. Exactly.
Really sorry. But Bole, was it your mom or your dad that flogged you, or was it both?
My mom would slap me. My dad, if he had to beat me, he would use a belt.
Mm.
But honestly, they didn't really beat me like that. I feel like I received the most beatings when I was in Cameroon
By
I
who?
mean, of course.
by like teachers at home. So
Oh.
I was with my uncle and my aunt. My uncle, he didn't believe in hitting children, but my aunt,
Okay,
she's
that's
the
nasty.
fire. She
She's the fire.
Yeah.
What month was she born in?
Wow, your aunt was slapping you.
I think November.
November.
What is
so
that?
she's a Scorpio.
Yeah. But she was very feisty. Nah, she would have like cables, like rubber
Damn.
pipes, brooms, slippers.
Or
Like,
rubber pipes.
yeah.
I could
Yeah.
do that.
When you say broom, you mean like those African brooms from the palm
Mhm.
trees, right? No.
Oh, those
Ooh.
brooms. they're
No,
not
but
good
her
for
kids were
flogging. They're not
young though.
They're not effective. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she wouldn't really beat me. They didn't. Yeah, they did. They had no reason to beat me. But I got my beatings in school. They violated. Honestly, they would have
Yeah.
us lie
Honestly.
down, sit down, hands, butts, arms. You'd be walking, you'd receive a
Yeah.
slap. Like,
Yeah.
shit was
Yeah.
crazy.
Honestly, like, I honestly wish I fought the teacher. I don't know why. I always
You wish you fought the teacher.
fantasize about fighting back against like elders.
Oppression. Yeah.
Because I view it as oppression because
That's why Peter started this episode with that energy. I was like, I feel like that episode that probably was some elder thing too.
exactly. You guys know my vibe.
Peter
Like,
is so anti-elders, man.
I'm extremely anti-elders because of those guys have fucked up our nation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I have no faith in them. I have no respect for them. So yeah. So like some teachers, I was like, I just want to. You know what? Like, you know when you just want to. It's not that I want to beat you, but I just want to show you that I have more power than you. I'm in
Yeah.
control.
Power
Like,
too.
just hold you, strangle you down. You know what I mean? Like, you're my bitch. Okay, keep down, keep quiet.
Stop
trying this
gotten
nonsense.
at least suspended.
I'd have been expelled.
Oh, it probably
Yeah.
expelled.
I've been
That was at least suspended. Definitely, probably
Okay.
expelled.
I'm even surprised, funny enough, because all the wild shit I did in school, I'm surprised I never got. I mean, I got caught for some of them, but it wasn't for like it was more of like girl shit. You know, I mean, playing around
Yeah.
with girls.
Mm.
But that was not like I never got like suspended or anything like that. I'm surprised.
Nah, I mean, God was looking out for you, man.
God was honestly God has looked out for me. Honestly, thank God. Because of all the mistakes I've made. Oh my gosh, man.
Can always be good. But I know for me, right, I still don't remember my dad ever flogged. No, actually, no. Before, like maybe like a few months ago, I thought my dad never flogged me. But then after years of arguing with my siblings, they finally reminded me of one time. Like it's like a flash memory
Mm-hmm.
of not really my dad actually flogging me, but me talking about my experience with my dad flogging me. So I was just like, yo, that guy is crazy. You know, like just flog me and then hand talk. Wow. But my mom, oh man, Elma violated me, man. Elma violated me, but it wasn't to the level of like Koboko and all that, because we never used Koboko in my house. My mom never used belts. She never, you know how people just be calling all these random things like belts, Koboko, high heel shoes, all that.
Mm-hmm.
My mom, like when my mom is flogging, it's a very, very practical execution. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like very pinpoint. Get me the cane, very specific cane. I'll flog you directly where I want to flog you, you know, because I'm not trying to injure you anywhere else. So it was a very organized process and it wasn't chaotic, which I appreciated. But honestly, the reason they were flogging me was just for. Honestly, it's just being a stupid child.
Yeah,
It's
same.
like it's for things like, okay, like make sure you shower before 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Every single day she's telling me that every single day I don't do it, and every single day she's flogging me.
Yo, honestly, I don't know if it's a boy thing that you just don't listen.
It's
Like you know what is coming, but you still go ahead. And
you still go ahead.
Like you want to risk it.
Like because to me, I feel like the consequence, like I knew it was coming,
Yeah. But you thought you could cheat it.
but in that very moment, I'm just more like this enjoyment is better than
Then
whatever consequence I'm going to face now. But then when
Yeah.
I'm now facing consequence, I'll just be like, oh my god, this is the worst day of my life.
Yeah.
Because technically like 5-6 p.m. that's so early. I'm still playing football outside.
Mm-hmm.
I can't leave the football. I gotta take a shower. Because once I take a shower, I'm not coming outside again to continue playing football. You know, so
Mhm.
like. Even me, I think about it, I was like, those my mom's rules are also very unrealistic. To be fair,
I mean, my mom had the same rules. We had to be back from the school by like 5 p.m. or something like that, like early, sure. And like football was not done. Like we'll have to leave football midway.
That's
So how
what
can I leave football?
midway? I'm still playing.
You know, there's
Come
no
on.
way in hell I'm leaving football midway. You know what I mean? We're
Oh.
going to stay. And obviously, I was dragging my younger brother along. With this trouble. With this trouble, I was like, Chica, we're not going yet. You know, my brother, Jimmy's like, it's time to go. I'm like, oh. I'm like, I'm not going.
Yeah.
So I'm not going. Then we'll go back home. My mom will now look
Exactly.
at us. It's like, why are you guys coming back at this time?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, blah, 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 blah.
It's the
Okay.
same process every
So,
day.
You know, you say, come to the, what do you call it? The green chair parlor or something like that. Raise out your hand. So now walk upstairs, bring the cane. Say, raise up your hand. I wah, 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 But at that age, I was kind of like, this is nothing.
It is, yeah.
So I was ready. I was ready to receive 3 slaps. My mom had slapped me 3 times in a row, like, "Bah, bah, bah, bah."
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like one hot ones, and like sometimes it's, I was mischievous.
Yeah.
Like, there was one time that I did my brother wrong. Like I don't know what I did, but I did some fucked up shit that almost injured him.
Ooh.
And my mom was
Yeah.
like, "What's wrong with you?" Wham! Like hot slap. And like my sister's friends were there.
Oh shit.
So it was in front of my sister. And that was kind of the thing that like hurt me more.
Nothing that'll be embarrassing.
The pride.
Yeah, it's just the embarrassment. But I was just like, I mean, but at that point I was like, I'm okay taking hot slap. I can take that. You know what I mean? I can test it.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, I was a mischievous kid.
man. Yeah.
Mischievous.
For me, it was like, cause thing is, when I grew up, anytime my mom flogged me, she always say, "Bring out your hand." So she always flogged me on my hand,
Mm-hmm.
right? But it was when I went to secondary school that I saw people flogging on hand, nyash, back, I was like, what's happening here? Like, but in school, man,
School's
you know that
different.
when it's time to get flogged, you have to, especially as a guy, you have to chase that kid. You can't be dancing and so. Especially when you get to like senior secondary school,
Yeah.
that's like grade 10, grade 11, grade 12, SS1, SS2, SS3.
Is it in the classroom?
You can't be crying for a kid. Not in the like when you're like outside. Maybe if girls are going to see you, or juniors are going to see you, things like that. When it's time to get flogged, you come out. You're probably going to get like 6 lashes. Maybe they are flogging all SS3 boys or whatever it is. So you come out. You do your walk. You're a fresh guy. You come. You set your yash.
Oh my god!
Pa, 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 pa. You now look back at your teacher.
Is that it?
You wipe it off. You now start strutting the way. You now see juniors. Hey.
Yo, honestly, we didn't have that in our school.
You guys didn't have that.
Our own was the hostel master, because I used to be.
Oh, yeah.
I used to do boarding. It was
Yeah.
the hostel master flog, and that was all around the boys.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that one obviously is a strong ass man.
Nah.
Men with muscles, basically.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Nah, there are some teachers that everyone is scared of. You don't want that guy to flog you. Like there are some
Exactly.
that you're like, I can take this one. But there are some like their reputation is
Is
Mr. Oni
too,
Tom.
yes.
You
yeah.
remember that Mr. Oni Tom, Mr. Ogundele? Hey, this guy is using Shango. I don't know if you guys know what Shango is. Like the god of thunder. He's telling you a story before he flogs you. I will call on Shango. I will go flog you. This guy. Yo.
Nah.
All these like thick Yoruba teachers, man.
That's different, bro. I mean, in my school, the teachers weren't allowed to flog. It was kind of like the hostel. Because you know how boys are stupid. Boys need discipline.
Peter went to a tush school. Man.
No, I mean, I went to a two school, but it was kind of
Kinda.
like in that stage of like transitioning to a two school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like seniorities were still like telling you to kneel down.
Yeah,
And raise up your hands and stuff like that. They'll be stealing your milk and cereal.
Normal.
You know what I mean? They'll be
Normal.
stealing your bread, your Nutella,
Normal.
gone,
That's
farming
part
shit.
of secondary school experience. That's part of primary school experience.
Exactly.
game.
So like, and like they'll be slapping you. Like your seniors will be slapping you.
Oh yeah. Seniors did some fucked up shit.
Seniors
Man. We can
did
look
some
you break
fucked
that
up
down
shit.
in another episode, but like yo.
Yeah. I mean, I really remember like wanted to fight some of these niggas, but you know how they were all band up with themselves, like
Yeah,
or,
big
like
groups.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
If
like
you touch
fight
one-
one of them,
You
they'll
fight
all-
all.
You fight one. No, because like obviously most of them are stronger than you, but there will be those few that you might be able to take.
on.
You know, those few. You now try to take that one, you now see the other guy just come and protect it.
Yo.
Like, they will just deck you, man.
Yeah, I mean, I was never the guy to fight back because I knew my
Yeah.
place. I was like, nah, man, I'm not about
Oh
to
no,
go through
same,
more,
same man. Like man,
more trouble.
you
But there
think
was
about
always
it.
that one classmate that you had that was willing to risk it all. It's like, I don't care if you deck me, I will fight.
I'll
back.
fight.
Honestly, I respected him though. I was like, damn, like he's a Yoruba boy.
Yeah.
I was like, damn,
Olaolu. Oh,
I
man.
respect you. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, I had respect for him because he could stand up for himself in that kind of way, and I knew, he knew he was going to get beat, but he was
Mhm.
going to fight. You know, I was like, that nigga, you're going to fight this guy? This guy you're going to fight? Okay, like wow, like you have heart, bro. Like, congratulations. I could never.
You could get decked. Nah, me, I try to avoid all this like wahala as much as possible. But the thing is, I always stood up for my right, but I was a very like I just talked. I talked a big game. In a sense, not like I would threaten you with my ability.
Mhm.
I'll threaten you with what my parents can do. Or maybe
Yeah.
like
You don't
Like-
understand. That's the key right there. like I remember like one time I literally got like oh my gosh, it's like I was with one of my classmates, and my classmate was just talking trash, talking
Mhm.
straight up trash, right? And we're kind of fighting. And one of the seniors told us to come here and told us to kneel down. And he was like, oh, like, why you guys fight? Blah 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 blah. It's like, oh, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, if you want to slap him, you can slap him, like slap me, right? This guy, my classmate, stood up. If you see, like, you know when a slap sounds like a whip, bro, he slapped the
Yeah,
shit
dazed
out of
you.
me. Slapped the shit out of me. I was like, okay, you see, all three of you, none of you are getting out of this. None of
Yeah,
you.
be able to do
If you see the way I sprinted, because I knew I was fast. You know what
Yeah.
you
You know you're
run,
fast.
you run around football. You know who you're
Yeah.
faster than. I was like, niggas, I'm out. Boom! I zoomed. Headmaster, principal,
Yep.
everyone in that school knew about that shit, bro.
Yep.
Everyone. I was like, I'm not letting this shit go. How fucking dare you slap me like that?
Slap.
Slap me. You allow
Yo,
my own
Daisy,
classmate
swat.
to slap me. Wow, man, that thing.
Nah, that thing was
fuck
disrespectful,
out of
man.
me.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Those are the kind of things that will trigger me too. You know, it's kind of like I know seniors will do some fucked up shit, but I understand that they are seniors as well. Also, like it is what it is. You know, like we can do the same thing to juniors too when it's our turn. You know, but then when it comes to like, they are just setting lines. You know, even the teacher trying to.
I
flog
never
me.
did that for juniors though.
No, I mean I never went extreme, but obviously you play some senior games with the juniors. I was
I
a
never.
prefect. I was literally labor prefect.
Oh,
Ooh.
So like, you
labor
know,
prefects are always tutorials.
Yeah.
Can we say that? Labor prefects are always
Yo.
tutorials.
Honestly, I think we can look. I can look you break down some stories in another episode. You know, that's outside the scope of this episode. But it was fun. I'm not gonna lie, man. But but there are certain boundaries though that I wouldn't cross. And then even teachers, right? Like there was one time, one of my teachers wanted to flog us, right? There was this girl. She was the valedictorian on my set. We knew she was the valedictorian, but obviously at the time we didn't know she was going to be valedictorian. But we knew that all the teachers loved her. She's that good girl in the sets that everyone just loved.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, for
So
sure.
one time we were late to class. Even Hats was late, but she came to class she got to class maybe like 20 seconds before I walked into class. Right? Because we were running late from the dining hall. We got to biology class late. She walked in. The biology teacher now said everyone that comes in after this girl should kneel down. I was like, I'm literally 20 seconds behind this girl. Why you like? Obviously, in my head, I was like, this guy playing favoritism. It is what it is. To cut the long story short, this guy's like, he's going to either flog us or seize our talk shop. And for those that don't know what talk shop is like the snacks that we get like in between the day, you know, like
Yeah.
before lunch, after breakfast. We loved it, you know,
Shout-
like
shout
it's
out
like
to
meat
the-
pie, donuts.
Shout out to the spring
Different
rolls, the meat pies. The meat pies are
Exactly.
always elite. Elite meat pie.
elite, oh,
Elite
man.
meat pies, man.
Man,
Oh,
so
God.
so the guy was like he's going to either take that away from us, so we're not going to eat that, or he's going to flog us. We should choose. Obviously, most of the guys are like just flog us, man. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
you can't
I'm
take my
not
food.
losing my talk. At that time, food was so important to us, man. But then the girls, most of the girls are like, just take the food.
Yeah.
It is what it is. This guy now said, okay, he'll flog us. This guy brought out the cane. Guy, if you see this, that cane was taller than me, one. And that cane was probably it was probably as big as this bottle. Like
As
obviously,
thick?
I'm exaggerated.
I was
But
like,
that cane was thick.
okay.
That cane was thick. In my head, when I saw that cane, I was just like, sir. you
Like
cannot
a
flog me
mop?
with that." Like, it's not a mop. That cane was long. It was a wooden stick.
Yeah.
I don't know where he got that thing from. But guy, what I told this guy I was like, guy, my parents will not treat me like a cattle. So I'm going to allow you to flog me with that cane. I told this man straight up, like, yeah, you cannot flog me with that cane. Like, can you? And you know, obviously, once you start talking about a teacher,
Did
being
they get?
disrespectful, they're doing this, that. This guy was arguing with me. He was like, Chisom. And that was the time, like, this was right before I became prefect. So this was like SS2, right? This was the time, because right before then, I was known as the good boy. I was a good boy, very calm, very this, very that, going by the books. But, bro, I think like SS2, SS3, that was grade 11, grade 12. My brain shifted.
15-year-old. You know that 15, 16?
My brain shift. No, I think it was just more like the years of frustration. Because in my head,
Yeah.
I've taken a lot of BS from these teachers just because I feel like they are going to help me in the future with my letter of recommendations to college. Because they'll be telling you all this and that. Oh, you should not disrespect us. They're going to come back and get a letter of recommendation for us, Abi. Let me see who will write it for you. So all these I was thinking about that. I tried to go to university, try to do all these things, so I might need them. Bro, after taking all that BS, bro, that day I was like, it's me or you today. Oh. I told the guy straight up, like, guy, you cannot flog anyone with this cane. So we started arguing. Maybe like 15 minutes has gone by. The chaplain was there, everyone was there. The vice principal of the school now finally walked in. Always when vice principal comes in, you have to comport a little bit. You know, you can't be moving too much.
You were not opening your mouth as much.
You respect yourself a little bit. The vice principal, the guy should have told the vice principal the story. Man, I told my own side of the story. The guy was like, you know what? I'm going to flog you. Chisom. Yeah, talking back to your teacher, I'm going to flog you. He said, bring me kid. The guy now brought the kid out. The vice principal said, I cannot use this kid on them now. Even when he saw the kid, even him, now he was like, okay, let me relax more, you know. So, yeah, the way he does it, like, me, I was now talking, I was now running, but you see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, man.
But, bro, like, they used to use cane to intimidate us so much.
Yeah.
But the thing is, do you think that the caning was effective, though? Do you think it was as effective?
For most of
I
them,
don't think
for
so
most of
at
them,
all.
no. I mean, so if you look at, I mean, who got beat the most? The boys. Who had
Yep.
the poorest results? The boys. That is
man.
it. That's your answer right there.
So do you think it's more like the psychology of things? Because girls, I feel like they...
It's psychology. Because if you
Yeah.
look at the woman, they get beat the least and have the best results. You know
I mean,
what I mean?
but they also fall in line easier.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. Is psychological.
Yeah.
Like there has to be a different way of beating. Like beating is not the most effective way. Even though
Yeah.
sometimes I do think you need to like discipline the
Discipline
child.
some-
in
You
that
need to
way.
be disciplined, but don't use.
But that
violence.
cannot be your only strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be multiple
I
strategies.
feel like that's like a one size fits all thing.
Yeah.
Because there are some people that need it.
Like like what I mean. I've told you guys this. Like during the summer, after school, my dad would literally get a private tutor and like buy me stacks. We used to go to this library, this famous library in Nigeria. I've forgotten his name. I don't know if Chisom you know it. But this
Which
famous library inside
Is it loot?
whatever it is, yeah. But like my dad would take me to this library, right? And will buy me like 3 textbooks, mathematics textbooks. That's the reason why I'm good at maths. He will buy me 3 mathematics textbooks. Say like every single day of the summer, 20 questions a day. 20 questions a day. And me and my younger brother, we did. The girls didn't have to do it. The girls were doing good in school. And
Yeah.
it was kind of like me and my brother. Okay,
Yeah.
it's like that was like kind of a punishment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like 20 questions, and we had to do it. And
Yeah.
my dad would random days. He won't tell you for like a week, maybe 2 weeks. But one day, like it's on his like a random Sunday on a Saturday. Bring your book.
Bring your
show
book
me the
with me.
answers.
Let me inspect.
You know me spec. And my dad knows that he's not going to be out there reading everything, right? You just say, just pick random one. So explain this to me. How did you solve this? You know, what I mean? That's how I got quick with my mathematics. I was like, this. Bullshit my way to get the answer correct.
Did you
I'll be
use
solving it
to
in real
cheat
time.
and like did you use to cheat and like check
I
the
used
back
to
of
I used to go back to the back
the
of
back of the textbook
I
for all
write
the
A,
answers?
B,
Yeah.
C, D, D, you know, like, there's no way in hell I'm doing this. I want to go play football, man. Why am I out here doing 20 questions a day? F that. Oh my gosh. But
Nah, that's real. That's real. But I think it works to a certain degree. But I think it really capitalizes on fear. Because one thing I appreciate about my mom is every time she flogged us, she also explained why she was flogging us.
Same for my dad.
And then she'll always like apologize after. And I think it was really the apology that will really bring out the real tears. You know, like when she's like, okay, after flogging me, obviously maybe I'll be crying. You know, like crying. She'll not come. She'll not say, she's so more. No, she'll come. She's like, she's so more. You know why I flogged you? What she now says, do you know why I flogged you? She'll not give me a hug. Water walks, just start running.
Nigga, you're a bitch, bro.
Bro, it is what it is, man. When your mom holds you like that,
Yeah.
you go cry, man.
True.
So,
My dad was holding me.
No facts.
Go and sleep.
I don't want to see you again. Get out of my face.
Oh my gosh. That's boy.
oh man, but I mean she always explained why. So it didn't feel like abuse to me. It didn't feel like I mean, abuse was never on my mind, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, this was my normal. This was our regular life. But we always made fun of Americans too. That we're always like, Americans are so spoiled because they don't get flogged.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you guys think that's true?
I think
It's not even. I don't
they,
think it's
they
even
don't have
just Flog.
discipline.
Yeah,
They don't have discipline structure.
that's
You know,
it
like
all around.
in the school, we also have structure. Americans don't have structure.
You get away with
Huh?
anything.
Like in Asia, I don't think they flog in Asia, but Asia is very structural based. This like there's enforcement in that system. You know what I mean? Like there's accountability from every sectors of education. You know what I mean? The students have their own responsibilities, the teachers have their own responsibilities, and it's strict to the bullet point. And that is honestly what I think. And in America they don't have that. So it's more freedom based. You know what I mean? We're free. I'm different. Blah blah blah. Individuality. You can't restrain my idea, my brains. So it's kind of like that, but it also develops the mind in a whole different way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where the creative juices come from. The innovation comes from, and that's why Americans are leading in different sectors. It's one of the reasons why they're able to. Also, they utilize their political system to get people to migrate here, the most intelligent people from Asia and stuff like that, to give them the freedom to express themselves. Because in Asia, they won't be able to do that. In Russia, they won't be able to do that. In some parts of Europe, they won't be able to do that. So all these people migrate to America where they have 100% freedom.
I mean, that's what they call like brain
that is
drain,
the
right?
beauty.
Like even the best of the best from like Nigeria, Cameroon, like African countries be coming here
Yeah.
and we'll be staying. You know,
Yeah.
like we don't. Most of us don't go back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here,
yeah.
like yo,
Yeah. I
mean,
mean,
make the bread.
that is honestly the truth. And that is it's kind of like a double-edged sword. You know what I mean? Also, the Asian system too is a double-edged sword because they lack so much expression over there that like if it doesn't go the way they're supposed to go, like if they have like a mishap, like one of the things that are going on in South Korea right now is that like you find all this, you put all your effort into getting into this university, so you can get a good job, but all of a sudden that job isn't guaranteed because of the market is oversaturated. You know, because it's a small nation, extremely developed, and highly competitive. You know what I mean? So the people who were accepted last year, you know what I mean, are still in that company. So it's kind of like it's just oversaturation of employment. You know what I mean? Of labor.
Just because
So
they're very structured in their system,
exactly.
so they don't really diversify.
So their whole world is completely shocked when they find out like I did all this effort, I sacrificed my teenagehood for like trying to get a good job for my life, and I don't have it. It fucks with their mind. But in America, it's kind of like, if you fuck yourself over, you fuck yourself over. Accept it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of like a double-edged sword, like I said.
Yeah, I don't know because I don't know, Bullet. What do you think about the whole thing with like not flogging in America?
I mean, it's kind of like what Peter said. I don't think flogging is the issue. It's just they don't have any sense of discipline in any way. Like, you do anything, you get away with it. There's no like repercussion.
Talk back to your teachers, do whatever you want.
They'll just look at you like, what are you gonna do? You can't do anything. If you touch a kid, you call
Like,
911. Like,
Literally, like if you've seen these kids, like I mean, we've all watched the videos now. Like, shut the fuck up, bro.
yeah.
Why you can't talk to me like that, bro? I'm like, damn.
Like,
So you're talking to your teacher?
like that.
Yeah.
Bro, I was on a flight this past weekend, and the lady, it was a black mother and her I think there were two daughters. One was like, I want to say like 11 maybe, and then the other one was like kind of older, and then they had like a little boy, like a baby. And the mother was sitting behind me, so they were all sitting in their row behind me. I think we were leaving to exit the plane, and she told the 11-year-old to hold the blanket or whatever, to fold it up and put it in a bag or some shit like that. That girl went off on the mom like, I don't want to hold it, like, just take it, I don't want to fold it, I don't need to do that, you're just gonna have to use it again. Like, the mom was there just like letting the child talk to her. In my head I was like, bro, like, let me hit her for you. Because there's no way my kid's gonna be talking to me like that in the midst of everyone on that plane. Bro.
Yo, low-key though, that's where like a lot of fathers come into play. Cause like Peter, I'm sure you've experienced it. When you try to move mad with your mom and then your dad just looks at you.
Yeah, I mean,
you just comport yourself immediately.
my mom knows the stories now. It's because your father is here. When your mom says that, it's 'cause your father is here.
See, it's funny because it's the other way around for me.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
Bro,
really?
my dad told me my mom's a hothead.
Oh my gosh, nah.
My dad is the calm one, until she gets really real. Because it was obviously my older brother that really went he really went hard with my mom. Me, I was just in
testing the
background,
boundaries.
yeah, me, I was a good son in the sense, still I didn't try much with my mom, not like that. It was just more like all these baby arguments, wasn't nothing very deep. But Oluchuku, hey man, can't wait in. I remember like I told you, my mom did not slap us or anything, but the one time she used her hand to hit Oluchuku. It was like you could tell that she was very hurt by what this guy did. She was like, hey, she wanted to use anger, and she was going hard, and then you can see how much restraint that she put in herself to that, and she literally just stabbed the guy like this. I was just like, damn,
By the time you like, she just shoved his head a little bit.
No, it's kind of like she wanted to slap him. You can see that the slap was coming.
Yeah.
But in between, it's as if she realized that she was like acting out of anger,
Yeah.
and she restrained herself.
Wow, your mom
So it ended up being like a tap,
Yeah.
like his back or something.
Yeah.
And in my head, I was just like, wow, I think he deserved a proper, I don't remember what he did, but in my head, I was like, he deserves a proper annihilation there. But yeah, that's the kind of woman my mom was, So she was very controlled and all that, but she was the fire in the house in terms of discipline. My dad, he only stepped in when things went to a different level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If daddy has to step in there, you really messed up.
Yeah.
And because he was mostly very calm and very chill.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one time I was like, yo, I used to tell my mom that I prefer my dad to you because my dad never flogged me.
That's crazy.
Oh man, that's the kind of shit moms are going through. Man.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, I feel that moms suffer a lot from their toxic boys. You know what I mean? Because you just realize these boys, you can just see the man in him. If you don't control that toxicity,
Yeah,
you can bust
Get
into.
bad.
go off.
You can get into
Can backfire.
I mean,
mom
that's why we
doesn't
need
experience
proper
it
role
firsthand.
models. That's why we need proper role models.
Oh, yeah.
When you're growing up, you need that masculine presence to be able
Yeah,
to
it was
almost ground you.
It was definitely I'm just imagine if my dad
Was
was
a single mom. Oh.
My mom was a single mom. I would have abused that soccer football stuff. And when she's trying to flog me every time, I'll just drag that shit away. At 15, what's she gonna do? What is reacting? What's she gonna do? She can't really do anything at me at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
But my dad, I'm an army man, sergeant. You know what I mean?
Toe.
I'm ready to go to war. Operation. Daddy says, go. My dad would literally say, oh, today, when you wake up, go wash the car, all the cars. And you will have maybe 4 cars in the kitchen. So I said, Chika, take 2, I'll take these 2. I'll wake up early that morning, I'll go wash the cars. If my mommy says that, at 10 a.m. I'll still be sleeping. It's so disrespectful, but it's true. You know what I mean? But obviously, as you grow older, you realize that,
No,
Yeah.
but the thing is,
stupidity.
but the thing is, moms have a different. It's kind of what you said before, right? Like, it's your mom's disappointment that got you. It wasn't necessarily when she tries to exert herself physically on you.
Yeah.
Like, mommy, what are you doing? But once you get to the point where you feel like you're about to make your mom cry, it's almost like your whole life is about to fall apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit, what did I just do? And you start trying to control yourself. But even when whenever my mom flogged me and I'm crying, but then when she hugs me, I cry more. Because it's just more like that mother's touch that I don't know, it has this different feeling.
Yeah.
So the taxes are different.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I smile. I don't know what to say. My mom is just my mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anytime she smiles, I'm smiling.
yeah,
You know what I mean? She just just seeing her makes my heart warm. That's all
Like-
the truth.
my mom is the energy setter in the house. For the
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
part,
For sure.
it's kind of like if she's happy,
And we're all happy.
pretty much everyone is good. If
Yes.
she's sad, the whole house is sad. If my
Yeah.
dad is happy or sad, you may not even notice. If he's happy,
Honestly,
obviously you're happy, but
I'm
he
about
might be
to-
going through something, but you might not even notice.
Yeah.
Shout out to my mom because my mom has been through, a lot, especially with my grandmom. I stayed over when I graduated over for a few months with her because of my grandmom. My grandwoman has tried. And all the shit she went through, man. God bless her. It just makes me emotional for her. I've been seeing because I was also close to my grandmom. Extremely close. But emotional for her, seeing her own mother go through that. So from the beginning to the end, she was with her grandmother. To her very last breath, my mom was there with her. So like I just feel for her. Like honestly, like those are the kind of women I need in my life. You know what I
Facts.
mean? I'm not
Yeah.
out here for some, toxic shit or shake your ass on fucking
Is
this
it Brittany Renner?
Well, I'm not here for those kind of shit. I need a
Wholesome.
mother. I need a mother in my life. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That's the kind of woman I need a mother. That's who I want to marry.
Yeah.
Because of that type of energy that it raises your kids right, man. Your kids need
Yeah.
that energy because it motivates them to keep on being a better person and accountability.
Mhm.
Because honestly, I could have been a toxic kid. I've said this a billion times. I could Peter Adiogo, me. I could have been toxic. I never used to drink and I had a drink. You know what I mean? But like just imagine me. Like I could have been a fucking thug. Or who knows? I had the potential. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So thank God that I was able to have the parents I have and get
Yeah.
out of that phase.
Facts. So Bole, when it comes to disciplining your kids, what tactics do you think you're going to use?
Oh, I'm definitely not hitting them.
Not
I
hit
feel
them.
like that's so pointless. Like for me, when they
Mhm.
hit me back home,
Mhm.
you know how you were saying it's like a fear thing. That shit
Mhm.
didn't scare me. I was just like, okay, so if I do this again, all I know is I'm getting 5 strokes. So let me get the strokes and continue to do what I was
Continue
doing.
what I'm doing.
Like, it doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
But I think it's just like talking, knowing how to talk to your kid. Because a lot of parents don't know how to do that. They come from this anger, this yelling. They think yelling, fear, putting fear into you is gonna change you. But like that just makes your kid close off.
Yeah.
So just
I don't
like-
think Yeah, look, sorry, continue.
No, yeah, I was just ending like know how to talk to your kids respectfully. They're just as well a person, even though there's that age gap, but like talk to them like a human being.
I personally think I agree with that, but I would differ in some certain cases. I think there has to be some sort of energy. You don't need to yell, but there has to be some sort of authoritative energy. That,
Yeah.
like, this man, like,
It's kind of like with the
he
example
means it.
Bole gave, right?
he means what he's saying. You know
Like
what I mean?
with the 11-year-old
Yeah.
on the plane.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying you should beat. I think you should beat your child in public.
Mhm.
But at that point there should be like that energy where it's like I'm not going to argue with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know when to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm your parents at the end of the day. But
Yeah.
obviously for the most part you want to reason with them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I-
so I'll continue.
Yeah. I mean, but there's some things that kids don't understand as well. They don't understand
True.
they're developing at different stages.
Yeah.
True.
So sometimes you just need to tell your kid that, like, look, if you talk to me like, listen, when we get home, you're finished. You know what I mean? Like my
I
mom
was
did
gonna
that
say, yeah.
multiple times. She did it with the girl, she did it with the
Yeah.
boys. You know what I mean? It's just that the boys are just like, we're always high on fucking energy. But yeah, I mean, when my dad speaks, everyone listens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the kind of energy that it's so hard to grasp. But we've always been taught that as like infants. We always knew that energy was there. You always say, hey.
Is this something you were taught? I don't think it was something you were taught. I think it's just something that
You
became.
just sense it.
Yeah,
you-
like it's the
like,
energy he
I
gives
think
out.
everyone taught me when your dad speaks, you listen.
Yeah.
No one
It's just-
taught me that shit.
Yeah,
Just more like you know what's gonna happen though.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, like,
Yeah.
you learn it as a kid. Like, it's
Yeah.
like obviously, it's not as if you're automatically oblivious
Mm-hmm.
to listen to your dad.
Yeah.
It's something that you grow up with, so it becomes, you learn about it basically.
But I think it also comes
Signals.
with respect. I think it also comes with respect. Right? And it's
Yeah.
not like a respect where like I know I'm respecting my dad.
Mhm.
It's a subconscious respect of like he has almost earned it.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he has
Yeah.
like he's been there from day
He's
one.
protecting
He
you.
has protected me,
Yeah,
paid
yeah.
my school fees, buy my meal, bought me food, baby. All that comes into the play.
Yeah.
So when he speaks, like the fear enters. Like if someone is like, if your dad wasn't present at anything, like all of a sudden he comes and then he tries to when I speak, you listen. Like,
Yeah,
like,
no.
drunk for years.
Yeah, like your
Like,
dad is
it's like,
drunk or something. Like, yeah,
Who's
of
this
course.
guy? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So is that? There's a whole lot of psychology that goes into play that is very fascinating to me.
Yeah. And
I
my dad definitely hit it on the nail. I mean, I can kind of like have a conversation with my dad, like an argument.
Yeah,
Obviously, there's a level of respect that is there,
yeah.
and there's like his word is always. It's not as if his word is always final, but he always has the last say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just have to keep quiet and shut up and do it my own way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not. There's no way I'm going to say I'll class my dad in some certain topics.
Yeah.
No, there's no fucking way.
Yep.
You know, whatever my dad says, like, okay, like the king has spoken.
Thank
Like,
you.
game over.
It is what it is.
It is what it
Game over.
is.
Oh,
And I'm
man.
fine with that. It's not that I have
Yeah.
to listen to him, but like it's just a respect thing, you know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I
It's
can
kind of like you
I
can just agree to disagree.
Yeah, I just
Mhm.
agree to disagree. Like I'm an adult. You know,
Yeah.
I just listen to what it says. I'm like, if that's what he is, okay, and I move on. You know,
Yeah.
do it my own
Makes
way.
sense. So, well, how are you going to raise your kids though?
Me, I'm going to be a lot more diplomatic for sure.
Yeah, than your dad.
I don't think I'm
You're not going
use
to
a lot.
be. You're not going to be a
Because I think my dad learned later that like flogging was not effective for me.
Yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Because I had to mature myself,
Mm-hmm.
realizing that like what I was doing, it's kind of like a combination of everything. But I don't think flogging was the main factor of me changing. It was just me maturing and me wanting to have a better life for myself.
Facts.
And it didn't change my younger brother. You know, it didn't change me.
Mm-hmm.
So it was technically a failure of investment. You know what I mean? The returns were not solid. So I definitely would use the flog. And I think it's a lot more about speaking.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And setting boundaries, key boundaries.
Mm.
I'm not going to be doing all this like, oh, go to your room. Like I'm going to do like oh, kneel down, raise up your hand. You know, those kind of those kind of ones. Like and like, oh, like I'll send you back to the village. Those kind of warnings. And I'll actually take you to the village. You know what I mean? Like so they can actually see what's going on. Because of you, some kids they don't realize like visually is very important for children to see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because of I was like, take me to the village. What the fuck is at the village? When you see it for your own eyes, you're like, hey.
Nope.
Nah, man. we're passing this class today. We're passing this class today. So I think it's really important.
Yeah.
I think fear is an important thing to have as a tool, but it should not be overused. That's what I think personally. It's also one of the multiple,
multiple tools. Every
Resources.
once in a while, you can pull on it. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm just.
Yes, continue, sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I think I'm looking the same way in terms like I used to say I wasn't going to touch my kids, because this was me when I was a bit younger, maybe like 15, 14. Because I remember how I felt about my mom and my dad, and just because my mom flogged me more, I liked my dad better. That was it, like so in my head I was just like, oh, like and also the dynamic was my mom did most of the discipline. I was like, oh, I want to marry a woman. I'll discipline the kids so that I can be the friendly parent. You know what I'm saying?
Good cop.
I'll be the one that they like.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, as I grew up, you really understand the true dynamic, and then obviously, like I appreciate my mom a lot more now. Like I outgrew that phase. Now I'm like, if they need it, I will definitely not be shy to dish it.
Yes.
Like I'm not shy to. I'm not going to be out here forming. Poppy, would you stop talking to me like that? Like, are you mad? I'll dish that shit. And I think the thing that will make me dish it the most is if they really disrespect my wife. Oh.
Yeah. I think and that's a boundary that most boys are going to cross. Let me
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. And
Let me
I'm
be
ready
honest
for
with you.
them.
It's just genetics. You know what I mean? It's literally just genetics. It's just the psychology of like when you're stronger than someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you're stronger than someone in school, you don't fear them. It's psychological.
Yep.
It's
And it might not be
physiological.
like you're actually stronger. It might just be like you think you're stronger.
You think you're stronger, exactly.
Because
Exactly. And like there was also a certain point where I was just like, I didn't fear my mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you still need that masculine energy. It's like you're not a grown man yet. Like shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that's
So
what
there's
I
definitely going to be a level of diplomacy, especially when they're younger. I think I'll really minimize. I don't think I'll use any like real physical, because I think when a child is developing, they ask a lot of questions and they need to know the reason for a lot of things.
Yeah.
they shouldn't be fearful to open their mouth.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I want them to be able to talk. Not the one that I'm like, oh, shut up. Yeah, I'm an elder or whatever. Like, don't talk to me. It's just more like, be able to ask why. If someone told you, if I'm telling you to go to bed at 8 p.m., you can ask me why. Not the one just because I said so, or something like that. I have to be able to give you a proper reason why. But then I think they also, I think teenagers also or children get to the point where like they know what's right and wrong, but they choose to do wrong.
Yeah.
I think at that point, cane might be a bit more effective.
You might, they tell you not to eat chicken, or take the chicken or the Fanta or Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Like it's for everyone, and you just go in the back, take your swabs, You know,
That sounds like something you did, right?
and drink. Of course.
Oh, I def did that too.
Of course. I used to take shrubs.
Yeah.
I'll just, when no one was looking, and like everyone's around the house, I'll
Honestly.
just go into that place, drink it there,
Quick
finish it
sip.
there, put the bottle in the crack. No one noticed.
That was honestly my sister. My sister was notorious for that shit.
Oh my god.
And the thing is, no one caught her. Even me, I didn't know until she started confessing like a fool. She started confessing like recently when we were talking as adults. She starts confessing all her sins. I'm just like this because I was always like, what happened to Hollandia? You know when they buy Hollandia like this like small like milk drink.
Yeah.
They buy Hollandia, we're like, okay, everyone's meant to take one every day.
Mm-hmm.
And we know we're all sharing it. So if you say they were taking 2 a day,
Mm.
everyone gets angry.
Yeah.
My sister would just go sneak. Maybe like 3 or 4. That girl was very mysterious. And no one knew.
And everyone will be asking, what
Yeah,
happened to
Who
it?
did it?
Exactly.
Who
And
finished
they'll be
it?
looking at the normal culprits. Obviously, most people will look at Oluchukwu because Oluchukwu was the normal was the normal culprit.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know? Oh man, but yeah, that
Oh
I
my
mean,
gosh.
but I'll definitely try to be a lot more diplomatic with my kids.
Yeah.
But even the Bible says, man, spare the rod and spoil the child.
Yeah.
So hey, the rod will be there and it will be used if necessary. So my
Yeah.
future children, I'm telling you right now, I'm not afraid to mess you up. But obviously I'll
Yeah.
do it with love.
Of course.
Yeah.
With love, because the thing I hated is when anytime teachers flog me, they'll be like, oh, I'm doing this because I'm like, you don't love me. You're doing it because we love you. It's like, nah, you don't love me, man. Like, this is pure anger. You feel disrespected and you're unleashing on me.
Yeah.
That's also why I respect my mom. Because you can see the restraint that she really tried to use. Like, especially when it came to physical stuff. And, man, it's very, man, I want to be like that woman, man, honestly. Like, just a lot of, like, proper self-control.
Is
So you
that,
don't,
yeah. I mean, I think it's not like a combination between you and your mom. You
Yeah.
and your dad, sorry.
yeah.
Your dad and your mom. Jesus Christ. Your dad and your mom. Don't you want to be like, I personally, I feel like
Oh, yeah, I definitely want to be a
dad and your mom.
combination between both.
That's
Or
I think that's
combination
the
of
best.
both. Because my dad is very level-headed.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind. Like, I'm thinking of it like I don't know what kind of father I will be. I feel I'm the more like energetic one. Because I like to spoil. Like when I'm spoiling my younger sister, I like to spoil my girls. You know what I mean? And like it's not sure I treat boys different, but there's a different energy when it comes to the boys.
The truth is, we're going to treat them differently. Like
Yeah.
people that say they are going to raise all their kids exactly the same way.
No.
I'm like, I think you genuinely believe it, but I still think it's cap. Because even like your 2 daughters, they are not going to be the same. So you still need to treat them a little bit differently as well. You need to tailor the parenting to the child specifically. Because man, like I know my boys and my girls, like overall, I want all of them to feel equally loved. Because I think that's kind of what we felt in the house, even though we kind of knew, like, obviously my dad kind of preferred my sister. Made sense, she's the only girl,
Really?
So yeah, I mean, like, it wasn't like a big thing, but in the back of my head, I was like, I want my dad to prefer my sister. Like, I'm not trying to, like, she's literally the only girl. Like, it makes sense, But for the most part, we all felt equally loved, but we didn't feel like, oh, there was a favorite child, or there was this, or there was that. So I'll try to make sure that we don't see that. But for the most part, like, every child is going to be different. So we have to raise them differently in a sense,
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, I definitely agree with that. I just think that, modern days are like, oh, we're going to raise them, unisex. All those kind of ideology. I mean, do what you want is your own child, but don't force ideology on
Everyone.
But that argument could fall into catastrophic, because of, what happens in Nigeria and the rampant sexism and misogyny that, happens, across Nigeria in terms of women are not given right to get an education and stuff like that. So there's like a balance, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there definitely has to be a balance to the whole thing. But hey, I mean, that's what we're trying to figure it out. That's for this podcast as well. We can definitely have a topic or an episode where we break down the nuances. Maybe we have to talk about how we think we're going to raise our boys versus our girls. We're saying it's going to be different. What exactly is going to be different?
But like, how would you raise your boys?
You want to do it now?
I think
They
that's a
would
good
be
one.
emotionally available.
Just a sneak peek. Just a sneak peek. Would you, like, if your son comes there, like, mom, like I dated this girl 1 week, I broke up with her and I dated her best friend next week. Like,
Yeah, no, we're gonna have talk about love, relationships, all that good stuff because your mother's been through shit.
don't make him a simp though. That's the
Mm.
worst fucking thing.
He'll have a
Boy,
nice mix.
I think most mothers would raise their sons to be simps.
I'm telling you right now, most mothers will make and like
No, but it makes
that
it not
shit.
their fault. It's not their fault.
I know it's not their fault, but that shit wouldn't yield results that you want it to yield. As a man, like I
Oh,
feel like a good man will have to raise a good. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
like a good
yeah,
man who
yeah.
understands relationship. You
Yep,
have to teach another boy.
boy.
This is how
Yep.
you get a girl of your dreams. Because getting a girl of your dreams means a simp. There's a balance.
That's what I'm saying.
There are
like,
levels,
the
yeah.
thing is that like, we all need to have simp-like qualities.
Yeah.
Every
For sure.
man has to have it. You get what I'm
Yes.
saying? Because there's a time you need to call on your simp side,
Mm-hmm.
but then there's a time you need to call on your
Egotistic.
alpha male,
Yes.
egotistic side as well.
Yeah, for sure.
And then when you now bring two of them together and balance it out properly, to me,
Harmonize.
that's where you have the divine guy. You know,
Yes.
the proper man,
Mhm.
the complete man, not the one you're toxic on one end, or you're an egomaniac, or you're just too much of a simp on the other end. You know, so but yeah, like I don't know, I'll definitely not raise my son to be a simp though. Like, but they'll definitely respect women and all. I think women are mostly scared of the emotional side of their sons. That's why they're going to be very extra. That's why Bolo was at first. It was like he's going to be emotionally available. That's the thing that women fear for their not fear, but like they really want to like
Said
have power with
that.
their son.
Mhm.
You know,
But always I mean,
which
tell your
makes
son.
sense.
Tell your son. I'll say one thing that I would advise is don't be a hoe.
Oh,
As
of
a
course
kid,
not. No.
Oh, yeah.
Wrap
Don't be
your
a hoe,
willy.
but-
Don't be silly.
But toast girls. Toast as much girls as you want. And it's just toast. Like toasting is nothing bad. But
It's
make sure
kinda like- it's
you're
kinda like
not
flirting.
crossing line.
Let's with
Like, flirt as
Yeah,
much girls
no.
as you
He's
want.
not
Yeah,
gonna
like-
do that.
Play with their fucking hearts if you
Ah.
No. Negative.
play with their fucking hearts.
Oh,
Negative.
Don't put your eggs in one basket. No fucking woman teaches on that. I'm telling you
Oh,
right now.
man.
Say, oh, you find your queen, treat her special.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say bullshit. I'll tell my son like, look, there are 3.5 billion women in this world. Why the fuck would you put your eggs in one basket if it's not guaranteed? You know what I mean?
I don't
think
want
all
him
your
being a
eggs should
hoe
be one-
though.
No, that's not a hoe. That's not. I told you tell him not to be a hoe, but tell him also not to put
No, that's
his
not
eggs
being
in
a
one
hoe.
basket. That's not being a hoe.
No, honestly, we can break that down in different episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not to enter a completely different topic, but I think that's a very interesting topic though to bring.
Yeah.
You know, like the differences between the boys and girls raising them. Obviously, we're not experienced in parenting.
Yeah.
So all this is all like-
real quick. How would you teach your daughter about relationships?
Nah, you have to come to the next episode.
Oh, that is a hot one right
Oh, that's a hot one, that. But yeah, we'll definitely have to break that down in another episode. I'm not about to give them those sneak peek here. Oh man, do you guys have anything else to say?
No, I'm good.
You're good. You're
Shout out to my future wife. I love you.
Okay. Bole, who you shout out to?
Shout out to my future son. I'll train you well.
Lovely.
Ooh.
Honestly, shout out to Oluchukwu, man. He took one for the team. His birthday was actually yesterday, so happy birthday
Shout out
to
to
him.
him,
Happy
bro.
birthday.
You know, like,
My brother's actually birthday is 2 days from now. So happy
Wow.
birthday to you.
Happy
Boss.
birthday.
Big boy.
Oluchukwu. Big 25, man. Now, this man is 25 now. Man.
Shay? Oh, that's
So-
fucking man.
I'm so proud of what he's become, though. Man,
Shay?
now when you see the growth, man,
All the toxicity that
I'm
he
so
had.
proud
Shay.
of you, bro. I'm so proud of you, honestly, for real. I look up to him a lot, especially like just the way he carries himself a lot of the time. It's very. He's like a mentor, Loki. But I never
Of
tell him
course,
that,
I
obviously,
mean,
you know?
I think when you have an older sibling that is doing
Mhm.
extremely well, you look
Mhm.
up to them, like want
Yeah.
to lead them. So shout
Yeah.
out to my older sister too, beautiful queen. She knows herself, man. She's actually a huge fan of this podcast.
Really?
Yeah, she's always telling that Bola is looking beautiful today.
Appreciate you.
I should say that. She always say that Bola, man, you need to find yourself a man to settle down, man. You can't be
Facts.
playing games.
Nah, because I can't. These little boys.
She was like Bola is too beautiful to be playing game. Like let her not, waste time. Let her get her mom.
Oh,
Yeah,
big
man, a
facts,
lot.
big facts. I'm trying, yo. I'm trying.
Oh man, don't worry, we'll let you guys know, you know. This is a journey, so you guys will see everything play out.
Catch me in 5 years.
Lovely. I love it. All right, guys. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe. tell your baby daddy, tell your 11-year-old kids.
Mm.
I want 11-year-olds to be watching this shit. No,
No.
you're too young. 18 and up. You know, like tell
I mean, if
everyone
you
that.
hear this, just tell your mom.
Tell your mom.
Watch it. Or your sister, older sister.
Exactly.
Older
exactly.
brother.
If you're an aspiring parent as well, definitely watch this episode.
And give
Share
us
it
your
out.
opinion. Give us your
Yeah.
opinion.
Let us
Like,
know what you think.
it's like, would you just let your child do whatever the fuck they want? Because some parents do that.
Yeah.
True.
Like, so allow their child, if he smokes Igbo, he smokes Igbo.
You do what you do.
You know what I mean? Also,
Mhm.
like, payment of school fees. I also think that's a huge thing for parents. Because some parents will say that, oh, I'm not paying your university bills.
Oh yeah.
Well, I got my ass carried, through the whole
Yeah.
process.
Honestly, I think a simple solution for the university wahala. It just once your child is born, open a what's it call them zero IRA for children for them.
Yeah.
Put money inside there every month. By the time they get to college, they have money for school fees. Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's just like simple
pe-
investment things they've
people,
done for 18 years.
people didn't know this.
Yeah,
It's
that's
kinda
true.
sad. But that's why, and I want to tell this. This is the truth. Education is power. Knowledge is power, man. And without knowledge, you can say that you're like physically strong, but someone with more intelligence can just fuck you up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Facts.
literally, knowledge is power. So I feel that's what our African brothers and sisters are lacking in the continent. So you guys start opening books and reading. That's what I recommend.
Facts. Thank you guys for sticking with us in another episode of the Afro Journal podcast. Before we go, I'll leave you with the proverb for next week. And it says, one falsehood spoils 1,000 truths. One falsehood spoils 1,000 truths. Come through next week for the interpretation. It's your favorite parents, the calm parent, the level-headed one, the one that you like. Chiso, Ejike, Jeremiah, Okafor.
Okay, it is your soccer dad. You know how there's soccer mom? He's a soccer dad. Peter and Gejugi and Chibuzal, you go Junior.
And it's your damn.
Take your time.
It's your hot mom. Because honestly, I'm gonna be a hot mom.
You're bad. You want to be
But-
that mom that
I'm gonna be the mom
son's
that
friend.
the son's friends. Yes.
Want to smash?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Honestly, shout out to those moms that. Oh my gosh, there was a few
Those
of them.
moms.
There were a few of them.
Because I'm gonna
Low-key.
be looking good. I'm gonna be in my prime.
Oh, all right. That's the longest outro I've ever had. But hey, we out though.
Yeah.
Peace.